How does a tiny island with no resources, no army, and a divided population become one of the wealthiest and safest places on the planet? This isn't just luck. This is the Singapore Miracle, a masterpiece of vision and discipline orchestrated by one man, Lee Kuan Yew. Born into a colonial world, young Lee witnessed the chaos of transition. He knew that for Singapore to thrive, it needed a completely different blueprint. His journey took him to the halls of Cambridge. There, he mastered the legal and political tools he would later use to rebuild his homeland from the ground up. In 1954, he co-founded the People's Action Party. Their mission: to create a clean, honest government that put the people's survival first. Lee was a fierce orator. He didn't promise easy miracles. He promised hard work, discipline, and a shared future for all Singaporeans. He briefly believed a merger with Malaysia was the only way to survive, but the vision of a truly multicultural society faced immense challenges. In 1965, the merger ended. Singapore was alone. It was a moment of profound heartbreak for Lee, but also the moment the real work began. With no hinterland and no water of its own, Singapore had to become an exception. It had to be better, faster, and more reliable than anyone else. His first move: absolute rule of law. He knew that for the world to trust a tiny island, every contract and every law had to be rock solid. He made Singapore a safe haven for global capital. While others looked inward, Lee invited the world's best companies to build their future here. Corruption was the enemy of progress. Lee established a zero-tolerance culture, ensuring that every cent of public money went exactly where it was needed. To keep the system clean, he paid his ministers world-class salaries. He wanted the best minds in government, not in the temptation of bribery. Security was non-negotiable. He introduced national service, turning every citizen into a guardian of the nation's hard-won prosperity. He called it the poison shrimp strategy. Singapore would be small, but too tough and too costly for any predator to even consider swallowing. Lee believed that for a small nation to succeed, its people needed discipline. He turned social behavior into a national strength. This led to the famous fine city reputation. While it seemed strict, the goal was a level of safety and cleanliness that became world-renowned. The result? One of the lowest crime rates in the world. People could walk anywhere, anytime without fear, a priceless gift to every citizen. Lee's most profound social measure was the Housing Development Board. He wanted every Singaporean to be a homeowner, not just a tenant. By 1990, nearly 90% of Singaporeans owned their homes. This gave them a tangible stake in the country's success and its defense. With no minerals or oil, Lee knew that the only real resource was the people. He invested every dollar he could into education and skills. He mandated English as the common language of business and education while ensuring everyone kept their cultural heritage through bilingualism. He built a meritocracy where talent and effort were the only paths to the top, regardless of race, religion, or background. To prevent the racial tensions of the past, Lee implemented strict housing quotas to ensure every neighborhood remained a multicultural mix. Lee personally led the Garden City campaign. He knew that a green, beautiful city would attract the best talent and lift the spirit of the people. He turned a concrete jungle into a literal garden, planting thousands of trees every year and making Singapore the greenest city in Asia. He even started an annual tree planting day, making environmental care a collective national duty. Today, over 7 million trees call Singapore home. He envisioned Singapore as the gateway to the world. Changi Airport became a global hub, proving that even a small dot could be the center of everything. He pushed for a national airline that would be the best in the sky. Singapore Airlines became a symbol of the nation's commitment to world-class standards. Faced with water scarcity, Lee's government innovated with NEWater, turning every drop of rain and recycled water into a reliable resource for the future. His philosophy was simple: extreme pragmatism. He didn't care about theories, he cared about results. If it worked, it stayed. If not, it was scrapped. This pragmatism led to a focus on technology and innovation. Lee's successors continued his path, turning Singapore into a global, smart nation. In just one generation, Singapore leaped from a third-world port to a first-world powerhouse, a feat never before seen in human history. Leaders from the US, UK, and China sought his counsel. He was a master of geopolitics, navigating global waters with the precision of a captain. Lee planned for the future with the same intensity as the present. He ensured a seamless transition of power to keep the engine of Singapore running. Even as senior minister and minister mentor, he never stopped looking ahead, urging the nation to stay hungry, stay humble, and stay relevant. When he passed in 2015, the world honored a giant, but for Singaporeans, it was the loss of the man who gave them their very identity and pride. Today, Singapore is more than a city. It's a testament to the power of one man's vision and an entire people's shared discipline. His measures created a safe, prosperous haven in a turbulent world, a blueprint for excellence that continues to inspire nations everywhere. The story of Lee Kuan Yew is a reminder that no matter how small you start, with the right vision and the will to act, you can change the world. As he famously said, "Even from my sickbed, even if you are going to lower me into the grave and I feel that something is going wrong, I will get up." That spirit lives on in every street, every home, and every heart in the Lion City. The legacy of Lee Kuan Yew is eternal and ever-growing. Thank you for taking this 8-minute journey with us into the life of a true visionary. Your own path to excellence starts right now. Singapore, the little red dot that dared to dream big and succeeded. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories of excellence. Singapore, the little red dot that dared to dream big and succeeded. Stay visionary, stay excellent.